Thor Ragnarok is finally here, and wait, I mean, you can probably hear the rain outside. That's a real rain, but I think it fits with the theme of Thor, and that is thunder. God, you know, I'm really bad at doing proper reviews, which is why I've started this. This is my opinion of Thor Ragnarok. I'd also like to apologise for the general shininess of my face. It's hot and humid because of the rain. So, firstly, Thor Ragnarok is really good. I recommend go see it. There we go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again next time. No, it's really good, and there are so many things in it that push Marvel forward as a movie studio. One of the major things I really enjoyed was the music, which is very rare to say for a Marvel movie, outside of Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, but I'm talking about the actual score, the original soundtrack of this movie. I can't name any time in another Marvel movie where I've actually noticed the score, but with this film they brought in Mark Mothersbaugh from Devo, and I mean, he makes music outside of Devo, obviously. Before this, I mostly knew him from Devo, obviously, as well as he did the music for Rugrats. The Rugrats theme is him, and also the Sliders theme. If you've never seen Sliders, it was a great fucking show up until the 3rd season, and we'll just leave it there. But yeah, the soundtrack is very 80s synth. It's so good. It is really good, and I think they're releasing it for realsies on a disc or as a download. It might be on Spotify already, I'm not sure, but it is easily the best original score for a Marvel movie to date, which isn't saying much, I know, but it is so far beyond that it's hard to really quantify. It's a big word for me. When I do opinions or reviews, I don't really like to talk about the story, but if you've seen any of the trailers, you will know that it's about Ragnarok, which is the end of Asgard. Prophesized. It's the prophesized end of Asgard. And there's a couple of villains in the film. The first is the Grandmaster, played by Jeff Goldblum. You'll notice that I said before, because he says a lot of R's. That's how you act. And I now just realised that I do that. Did I get that from Jeff Goldblum? The other villain is Hela, played by Cate Blanchett. She's bad. She's bad. She's not good. She's a bad guy. At no point in the lead up to the announcement of the Hulk appearing in the film are we led to believe that the Hulk will be in the film. So I feel like if we hadn't known the Hulk was in the movie, like, that surprise would have been really cool. But the whole marketing on this film is it's a buddy movie with Thor and Hulk, so they kind of had to do that. The movie industry is weird. I mean, I could have just, let's see, even if I didn't watch the trailers or look at any of the posters or anything, I still would have known that Hulk was in the movie, because it just would have been everywhere. I mean, he's right there on the poster, so up until now, comedy in the Marvel universe has been, at least online, has been, I don't know what the term is. There's a lot of people that don't like the comedy in Marvel movies, which I don't understand, because I love comedy, so, but make more Marvel comedies is what I'm trying to say, from my perspective. I mean, when you go to see a horror movie, there's the build-up, and then there's like a scare. These days it's like that anyway, and then there's like relief, like So when you do an action movie, you've got build-up and action, and then a joke. That's your relief. Without the jokes, it's just kinda a lot of explosions, and that gets very boring. If you've seen any of the Transformers movies, you'll understand. Batman vs Superman, maybe, even. But there have been comedies in the Marvel Universe up until now, like Ant-Man is very much a comedy. Both Guardians of the Galaxy movies have a lot of comedy in them. Robert Downey Jr.'s whole character is a wisecracking billionaire guy. So comedy has been a part of these films since the beginning. And I don't know why people are relating comedy to immaturity. Like if a movie's funny, it's made for kids. Don't know if you've ever seen any R-rated comedy before, but they're usually not aimed at kids, and they're all jokes. And why am I saying all this? Well, Thor Ragnarok is the most comedic comedy Marvel movie they've made. And that is, of course, owed to the director, Taika Waititi, who the last few years has made some really great low-budget comedies. What We Do in the Shadows is really good. He's actually the main character in that movie. Like, he's in the movie. And last year he had Hunt for the Wilder People. So if you've seen either of those movies, you can expect a lot of that same comedy in this movie, which was really weird. I won't give away too much, but there's one character he's not from New Zealand, but he talks like he's from New Zealand, and he is one of the best parts of the movie, if not the best part of the movie. Actually, I have to think about that, because there's a lot of good parts of this movie. Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie is a real good standout. She's really good in this movie. I originally saw her in Veronica Mars years ago, and her acting in that was questionable at the time. But in this, she's really fucking good, so maybe she was just written bad in that show. Also, over the last few years, Chris Hemsworth's sort of proven that he can do comedy really well, and he continues to do comedy really well in this. Thor in these movies has never been completely serious. Even in that first movie, a lot of what he did was played for comedy, and they've just kind of amped it up to the biggest amount in this. Mark Ruffalo is in the film as Banner, but Hulk gets a lot more screen time than he does, so I feel like Ruffalo kind of gets shafted. That being said, apparently Ruffalo was on set and did a lot of the mocap and acting for Hulk, so I guess he technically is there, but you know, he's a big green monster-y thing. And Tom Hiddleston's back as Loki, doing more Loki things. Overall, love the film. It's hilarious. Everyone acts really good. The directing is top-notch. Cinematography's, it's okay. It's a Marvel movie, so don't expect too much there. The music's fantastic. There's a whole lot to love. There's some stuff I didn't like too much, though. Because this is based around the end of Asgard, there are certain people that die. Let's say. I'm not going to give it away. There are deaths in this film. And due to the light-hearted nature of most of the film, I feel like the deaths aren't as significant as they should be. Well, they don't feel as significant as they should. They're just kind of brushed off. They weren't a huge part of the other films, but they were there. And in a way, that's actually really cool, because it shows that Hela doesn't fuck around. She's like, hey guys, what's up? You're all dead. Next scene, please. There are some cameos that you can look out for, featuring characters from other Marvel movies, so that's cool. And there are 2 credit scenes. One mid-credits and one end-credits. The end-credits one isn't a huge deal. The mid-credits one... Oh, special shout-out to them giving reason to certain mistakes from previous Thor movies. And also, this isn't a fully contained film. This does have to set up certain things for Infinity War. So you will see some Easter eggs, and there'll be some questions that will lead to Infinity War. And it all works. It doesn't make a big deal about it, really. It's just like, it integrates into the story, and it moves on. And there isn't a big deal made about those things. And I think that's all I have to say about Thor Ragnarok. Definitely check it out. It is well worth your time and money. And if they want to keep giving Taika lots of money to make Marvel movies, I'm on board with that. And maybe keep Mark Mothersbaugh on to do all the music for all the movies. Maybe not. I think he fits Thor. He fits the kind of aesthetic that this film's going for. It's a really good soundtrack, though. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again next time.